always knew that I wanted to be a dancer. There wasn't anything else that was attractive to me. And it was not a major decision, it was just always there. And I feel that state of being able to express yourself and to lay your soul bare to an audience.
The landscape is so peaceful but majestic and powerful and rugged and strong, and all of those things go into what we want to say as artists.
You have to be uninhibited. So you have to shake off all of your inhibitions, and you have to open yourself up to an audience. And maybe they don't know the rhythms or flamenco guitar or the flamenco singing, but the sentiment reaches them, the feeling reaches them, and that's the important thing. I spent some time growing up in Taos Pueblo. My mother was a full-blooded Chippewa and Oneida Indian, and we lived on various Indian reservations. It is only now that I am beginning to feel a real kinship with what my mother was and what my Indian background is. There is a tremendous relationship between, for instance, the Indian chant and the flamenco song. It is a song from a people. It is earthy. It is folklore.
I feel much more comfortable doing things that are earthier, are much more sensuous, more soulful. Give me a little bit more room for my own personal expression.
I like a certain amount of footwork that is interesting rhythmically, and I also like body movement.
Spanish dance, it's a gust of raw energy. It sort of socks you in the face, and people are not sometimes quite ready to deal with that kind of thing. It's too open because you're really giving to an audience.
Spanish dance is a contraction and it's a release. It can't be all release because then it's too bland. It can't be all contraction and tension because then it's too tiring. You can only dance about 3 minutes under tension like that, and then you fall over dead.
The purists of flamenco don't like to see anyone use castanets because it hinders the hand movements, which it does. But when we get into the classical aspect of Spanish dance, yes, we practically all the time we use castanets. Before, the women in Spanish dance always wore the long dresses. I mean, you did not show your forearms or anything like that. You know, everything was, you did not show the legs. All dresses were down to the ankle. And there was very little footwork for the woman. The man did the footwork, and the woman worked mostly from the waist up, lots of arms and lots of torso. Well, along came this fiery gypsy, Carmen Amaya, and she went into the footwork and did it practically better than anyone else. And so she sort of revolutionized that part of Spanish dance. And since then, it has become extremely complicated and technical and very, very musical.
When I'm not performing, I try to rehearse 2 hours at least a couple of times a week. I try to take a ballet class. I always wanted to be a ballet dancer, but
Flamenco is my love. From Japanese dance to Hawaiian to square dancing, it's the joy of movement and it's the joy of expression. But most of all, I think it's the joy of giving.
I've always said that for me, performing is like coming out without any clothes on. You are exposing yourself totally to your audience, and you're opening your soul. And sometimes that's very hard because you're saying, this is who I really am. Do you like it?